how to deal with people that keeps on pressuring you to have a partner. Kasi it causes me to overthink sometimes. Ikaw, madam, I think you have to answer this question. Welcome everybody and welcome back to another episode of Camp Confidence Radio Q&A Part 3.
Everyone. Yes, another one of those Q&A sessions. So before we start, we want to ask you guys what do you guys feel about the Q&A episodes? Like, do you guys like it? Or gusto nyo ba meron kaming one topic like before? Because we did that last season.
Tsaka yung length ng ng episodes, you like it longer or shorter?
Yeah, okay ba yung 40 minutes or gusto nyo 1 hour? Let us know. You can message us or comment on Instagram. That's at Camp Confidence Radio. If you're watching on YouTube, comment below.
Yep.
Yes. Anyway, so today, sorry, hindi talaga ako nakapag-ayos even though I really wanted to. Kasi I was having a morning. But let's focus on our wins, madam.
Yes. Wins.
Wins
yes,
muna
madam.
tayo. Ikaw muna.
Okay. Ako, ang aking win for the week will definitely be, oh my gosh, madam, medyo nagkaka-glutes na ako. Naalala mo yun? Parang, oh my gosh, it's been a long while. Parang, it's been a dream. As in, hindi lang siya goal, dream siya. Kasi I've always been, parang lagi kong sinasabi every single year na parang, oh, I will grow my glutes. Parang siguro mga more than, 5 years, 5 to 7 years ko na siyang sinasabi. Pero,
oh my gosh.
madam, finally. Sobrang cute ng trainer ko, si Miss O. Lagi niya akong, kapag kunwari nagpo-post ako ng stories, lagi niyang screenshot. Tapos, parang tinatabi niya sa mga progress photos ko.
That's so nice.
Tapos parang sabi ko, oh my gosh, parang 6 months pa lang akong super duper consistent. Wow.
Nakita ko yung throwback mo before, yung may pa-abs ka pa. Pak! Abs, glutes, diba? This is it.
Wala
2022.
akong glutes nun before. Noong
talaga?
2018, abs lang ang meron, pero wala akong. As in, I'm super flat.
Okay,
Sa
eto
likod,
na.
ganon. Eto na. Pero, but more than the physical changes, sobrang happy talaga ako sa mental and emotional changes nung consistency ko with workout, with kalma lang, Riz, wait lang.
Nag-subscribe.
Nag-subscribe na ako sa Smart Meals Delivery.
Oh, yeah!
Thank you, guys. So, sobrang yung, decision fatigues ko every single day sa kung anong kakainin ko, wala na. So, thank you, Meal Prep Deliveries. Such a savior.
That's so good though, because I remember, madam, like, I feel like every time we say these wins, we also need to remind people na, this is not overnight. Yung being able to delegate yung meal delivery, for example. Ang tagal mo, madam, rin nagtrabaho na, alam mo yun?
Sobra.
To get to that point. But anyway, kasi I just wanted to say that because ako din, I also do that. But I also recognize it's a privilege for us to be able to delegate those things. Pero, again, going back to the core of Camp Confidence, it's being a work in progress. Nanggaling kami sa sariling sikap, 7-Eleven, mini stop, meals, siomai rice, ganyan.
Siomai rice.
I love siomai rice.
I love siomai rice. Sobra.
It's just nice to be able to, embrace where we are. Parang di ko din naman babaguhin where we were before. Pero at the same time now, be very grateful and not take for granted yung mga nagagawa na ngayon na, before di natin nagagawa.
Always in a place of gratitude talaga. Kasi, alam mo yun, parang, nung pinag-uusapan nga natin offline kanina na parang, I would never change a thing yung mga pinaghirapan nating dagok talaga. So, hardships in life. Kasi, yun nga, hindi tayo magiging ganito ka-strong, hindi magiging ganito yung giggle and grit natin sa buhay if not for those concerns and problems na we went
Very,
through.
very, very, very true.
How about you, Madam? Let's talk about your wins this week.
Okay. So, as you guys know, I've been struggling a lot the last couple of months with my routines, my systems. Kasi naudlot nga siya. Naudlot siya nung nag-Miss Universe ako. And I'm trying to get back to it. So, earlier today, please, I went back to yoga. Nag-yoga class ako this morning na ang tagal-tagal ko nang I've been meaning to do. So, kasi alam niyo naman si Madam Rizza, yogi naman talaga yan. Diba?
What? Yogi?
Oo, ever since we started Camp Confidence, you were the yoga person. But ako, yung yoga journey ko kasi, parang I've been doing yoga more like sa gym. As in like, alam mo yung mga free yoga classes sa gym.
Yeah.
Ganon. Mga group exercise. So, I would do that before and then, I really liked it. Pero kasi, yung mga ganong classes sometimes, hindi siya, parang hindi continuous. Parang walk in lang, walk in. Every time it's like, you walk in, you do something. Pero I don't get to know the instructor or the teacher. I don't know the words. Alam mo yun. And then eventually, I started my YouTube practice with Yoga with Adrian. So, I used to do it sa bahay lang, ganyan. Pero again, hindi ko siya masustain kasi I only did yung mga 15-minute.
Yeah.
Mga 15-minute work break yoga. Mga ganun lang. And then when I went to Spain, I did yung gym yoga ulit. Pero in Spanish, nakakaloka, madam.
Ay.
Hindi ko maintindihan yung instructions. So,
Ano yung
na-discourage
download
ako.
sa Spanish?
Hindi ko alam. Hindi ko maintindihan. Minsan nga, may sinasabi yung teacher. Tapos hindi ko alam na ako pala yung kausap. So, ang tagal niya paulit-ulit yung sasabi. Hindi ko naiintindihan. Until lumapit siya sa akin, tapos tinapik niya na ako. Tapos ako pala yun. Pero anyway, so yun. So, nung pag-uwi ko naman sa Philippines, medyo mahal kasi yung mga yoga studios. It's quite the investment. So, I used to use an app called ClassPass. So, parang yun. Alam mo ba yung ClassPass?
I remember
before?
that. Oo.
Wala na atang ClassPass ngayon.
Yeah, oo. I'm not sure. Hindi ko na na-check ngayon.
Kasi nag-pandemic. Pero, naalala ko before, it's like you have passes, number of passes for different classes. Ako, inuubos ko yun sa yoga.
Of course.
Inuubos ko sa yoga. Pero kasi nga hindi ko afford yung studio class. But finally, bumalik na yung in-studio classes. Kasi hindi ako maka-yoga sa bahay. Kasi may dalawa akong aso na makulit. Pero ngayon, today, I had my very, very first yoga class in studio during the pandemic. And parang ako, I feel centered. Kasi as much as, I get to work out physically, gym, lifting weights, swimming, rock climbing, yung yoga, madam, it's really, for me, it's a mental health exercise.
Same.
I don't do it for the body, even though, it's beneficial sa flexibility, whatever. Pero iba talaga yung mental health benefits niya for me.
I know. Sobra. Ako din as in, ako kasi diba, yun nga, MWF, weight training, TTHS, yoga talaga. Tapos parang lagi ako excited mag-yoga kapag alam kong I have a stressful day ahead. Kasi parang okay lang. Sige, concerns, no problem. Nakapag namaste ako today. So, ganon.
Tsaka
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you.
Na nga ako Gumising ako maaga ha. Who is she?
Who is she?
Actually,
she's back with the vengeance.
To be fair, ginising ako ng nanay ko. So,
Thank you, Mommy.
Alam ko nanonood ka. Shout out.
Thank you, Mommy.
Salamat po sa alarm. Salamat sa alarm at naka-yoga ako today. But anyway, so yun, that's a win. Another win is I got a tattoo. This is designed by Simon. It's a mango shake. Alam niyo naman yung story ng mango shake. So ayan.
If you know, you know.
But generally, madam, masaya lang ako mentally. I feel like I'm slowly, getting things back on their proper positions at nakakahinga na ako ulit, which is a
happy
huge
for you.
win. Thank you. Mas
It's been a
confident
long
ako sumagot
time
pa
coming.
ng Q&A pag masaya ako.
Actually, kapag centered, gano'n,
Oo,
na parang
parang-
feeling ko hindi ako matitrigger ng kahit ano, gano'n.
Yeah.
G.
So, ayan. I think we can start now.
Okay,
salamat,
go.
guys. Do you wanna do your first question? Ikaw
Sige,
muna.
I
Gusto ko yung
will.
mga tanong natin.
Sige. My first question is from Nina Manila. Did you ever have to pick between more money or more fulfillment in your career? Hahaha. Good question.
Ahaha.
Thanks so much, Nina, for this. I would like to be honest na nung nag-uumpisa pa lang talaga ako, it's definitely money over passion. Kasi I had to survive eh. Parang kailangan ko ng pera, kailangan
Yeah.
naming mag-ipon ng mga pangkapital for the businesses.
Mm-mm.
So definitely pera. Naalala ko noon dati I was doing my second degree while having a business, while having a 9 to 5. Di ko alam kung nakwento ko na to before. Basta ang shift ko noon sa hotel was 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then I commute going to school. That's from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. And then I'll just have quick
Grabe.
dinner. Tapos after that, I go to my business. Yun na yung women nila nun before, yung customizable phone cases. So, as in, ngaragan talaga. Pero sabi ko, hindi. Kailangan, wala akong choice between magna 9 to 5 ba ako or magbe-business ako. Kasi hindi pa kayang isustain ng business ko yung nabibigay sa aking pera ng 9 to 5. So, wala akong choice. I need to do both. So, if you are starting out, there's no, parang don't frown upon, ano ba yan? May 9 to 5 pa rin ako. Kasi it's a matter of survival talaga. And I honestly encourage nga yung mga may 9 to 5 na side hustle lang ng side hustle, racket dito, racket there. Kasi yun talaga, sa umpisa, kailangan mong mag-ipon ng pera, magpadami ng pera, just so you'll have an option or a privilege to choose between your 9 to 5 and the business. So now, na meron ng medyo konting, options, yun na, mas nauuna ko na yung fulfillment over money ngayon. So, ngayon, yun nga sabi ko lagi, people and planet over profits. So now, I worked so hard to be in this position na meron akong choice, na meron akong option.
Yeah.
So, ayun.
Grabe. I think that's a really good point, madam, na having the option, having that choice is a privilege in itself. And some people, are born with that privilege. Some people have to work to get to that privilege. But either way, it's really not something we should take for granted.
Totoo.
But for me naman siguro, I think same, because ang mahirap kasi is if you don't have the resources, it's hard to get things done. It's hard to find fulfillment in the first place. Kasi ako, like when I think about the purpose of having a business, at least for me, the purpose of having content out there, being a content creator, being an entrepreneur, it's really like the end goal is to create impact, like positive impact that will affect people's lives positively, tangibly. Kasi mahirap yung puro, thoughts, ideas, ganyan, but actually, being able to give a fair salary, a living wage, yung masaya sila, yung makakabili sila more than just the bare minimum. For me, that's fulfillment. So, I don't really see money and a fulfilling career as two separate things. I feel like money is a tool for us to have a fulfilling career. Kasi it's just it's an object that we use na it can be evil, it can be good depending on how we use it. So I try to look at money as a good thing na will help us further what we need to do. So, for example, yun nga, before, Diyos ko, hindi ko, kinakabahan ako pag salary time, hindi ko alam kung mababayaran ko si Simon.
Pag 13th month na ito.
Oo, may kaba pa before. Tapos, syempre ngayon na, it's been a few years since I started, especially like content creation. Diyos ko, yun talaga yung pinakamatagal kong, yun yung matagal kong ginapang bago
And
siya
this
nag-return.
podcast, madam, my gosh.
And this podcast, my gosh. Oy, in fairness sa atin, January tayo, nag-goal setting. Sabi natin, gusto natin kumita. Thank you sa mga sponsors. Mahal po namin kayo. P&A.
And sa listeners.
Yes.
P&A, we love you.
Listeners, maraming salamat
Mga
sa
madam.
inyo.
Madams,
Thank
we love
you.
you.
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Mapapasweldo na namin si Hans.
Feeling ko, madam, I think now
Afford
that
na ng
you're...
Camp Confidence.
Afford na ng Camp Confidence. Si Madam Rizza nag-aabono niyang before.
Hindi kasi out of pocket namin yun ni Ayn before, ang sweldo ni Hans. Ganon. Now, because of
Camp
your
Confidence na siya.
support, kaya na ng Camp Confidence i-sustain ang sarili niya.
Pero yun nga, I think also, madam, it's also safe na to say, I think the other way around also works. Kasi tinan mo yung Camp Confidence, we started it as a passion project.
Totoo.
Pero, I think because of our experience naman, syempre you have your kalokang business experience behind you, and then I have my content creation experience behind me. So, it wasn't completely blind, but we were able to fulfill our like passion project kahit na hindi pa siya kumikita because number one, there was a system na we thought about to make it happen. So it wasn't like, oh, we aim to earn money. No. We aimed na every week we would upload a 1 hour episode so that we can get sponsors, we can get deals, we need to get to the charts. Diba? Remember how we planned all of
May
those?
pa-SWOT analysis.
May SWOT analysis kami.
For Camp Confidence. Meron kami mga strategies. Paano ba, gagawin natin to, okay, it doesn't work, so yung next strategy naman.
Yes.
Ganon. Hindi lang siya parang, okay, I wish to be like this. Ganon. Marami talagang baby steps and mga, ano bang tawag doon? Milestones na ina-achieve namin ni Ayn for this.
Tsaka meron kaming KPIs. So every time, the reason we have seasons, by the way, kasi baka nagtataka kayo, bakit may seasons pa sila? Wala naman nagbabago. Pero kasi, we take breaks in between. Tapos while we are not filming, we're planning. We plan yung mga episodes namin na i-record namin. We plan yung mga KPIs, mga Key Performance Indicators. KPIs namin para malaman na, okay, are we moving in the right direction? So yun, yung mga ganong stuff, if you are planning on, pursuing a career na you are passionate about, do it, but also be strategic about it. I think, madam, that's the main point na yes, you can pursue your passion, but be strategic para kumita ka pa rin. Kasi ganun tayo mabubuhay.
Totoo. Totoo yan.
Hey.
I love it. Strategies, systems, KPIs, I love that.
Okay, ito next question, madam. Maybe let's go to...
Sige.
Ito, from Mighty Troy, medyo related sa last question natin. What are your thoughts on the art of patiently waiting? Naghihintay. Hindi ko alam kung anong aspect ng buhay to, Mighty Troy. Kung is this career, love, school, ano ba to? Pero I guess in general, madam, what do you think? Patiently waiting.
Ako talaga, I think one of the secrets in life talaga is to have so much patience. Kasi there will be a lot of times na parang maiinip ka talaga na, oh my gosh, ano ba tong pinagagawa ko sa buhay? Ba't parang wala naman akong nararating? Pero yun nga, lagi naman naming sinasabi ni Ayn dito sa Camp Confidence na we are a work in progress. So there will be a lot of times. Brace yourself for the times na tatanungin mo yung sarili mo na, ano ba to? Saan ba ako papunta? Ano ba sino ba talaga ako? Ganon yung mga ganong questions sa sarili mo. Pero, it will all make sense in the end. Lahat ng mga paghihirap, lahat ng confusion, lahat ng mga tanong. Wala ka talagang masasagot madalas sa sarili mo. Pero, looking back, ay kumbaga parang, if you see yourself after 5 years, saka mo ma-realize na, okay, kaya pala binraykan ako ni ganito. Or kaya pala hindi ako natanggap sa work na to. Or kaya pala nag-shift ako ng college. Ng course. Ganon. So, ano ba?
Yung sa akin, madam, parang I always say kasi na you need to plan. As a planner, I'm always about plan. So parang plan ahead, but then after you plan, you need to trust your foresight. Kasi it's really a long game. Anything naman searching for your partner, your life partner, that takes some time, you know. But other than that, building your career takes a long time. Finishing school takes a long time. Pero kung meron kang vision of what it's gonna be like at the end, you need to see that always vividly, yung why mo, and you should trust it. Na, yes, you're doing small steps day by day, but you trust your foresight na tama ka about you, tama ka about your future, tama ka sa pupuntahan mo. And if you take those careful steps, you know, if you have unwavering belief, and syempre hard work, papartner mo dun sa belief na yun, it will come to you. Kasi hindi ka malalagpasan ng opportunities kung naniniwala ka na at the end, it will make sense.
Tsaka I think one of the things that helped me as well is always having hope. Na kahit tipong, oh my gosh, this is, parang you are in such a dark state. Pero parang clinging on to that hope na hindi kaya ko to. Hindi magkakapera ako. Hindi malalagpasan ko rin tong dagok. Parang word of the day ko yung
what
dagok today.
Dagok?
What? Ano ba? Ano nga ba yun sa...
is
hurdle.
Dagok like hurdle?
Ooh. Yeah.
May bago tayong vocabulary word.
Dagok
Teacher
in
Rizza.
Ayun.
But true. Knowing na magagawan mo naman ang paraan yan. You just need to be creative.
Totoo.
Yeah.
All problems have solutions.
Ay, eto pala madam. I think pumasok lang sa isip ko. Maybe siguro redefine what waiting means to you. Kasi pwedeng naghihintay ka passively. Ibig sabihin, wala kang ginagawa while waiting. Pero iba ang actively waiting, ha?
Totoo.
So actively waiting, let's say relationship. You still put yourself out there. You're still working on yourself. You're trying to be a better you. So habang naghihintay ka ng jowa mo, you're not, not doing anything. Kasi ini-improve mo sarili mo, and that is progress. Halimbawa, career mo naman, naghihintay ka ng opportunity matanggap sa, I don't know, gusto mo mag-showbiz, naghihintay ka ng opportunity makapasok sa PBB. So, yung ginagawa mo in the meantime, you need to actively wait. So, while actively waiting, maybe you go to auditions. Maybe you create your own content habang na naghihintay ka ma-discover. Alam mo yun?
Yeah.
Kasi sometimes may mga bagay na hihintayin talaga natin. Pero hindi ibig sabihin wala ka rin ginagawa. So, actively wait. Don't patiently wait. Actively wait.
It.
Wow!
Ay! Yun na.
Next question, please.
Next
Kumakain ako
question.
Choco Baby, by the way.
Oh my gosh, nakakamiss.
Madam, papadalan kita nito.
Sige, oo. I love that.
Kanya,
Favorite ko yan.
Yeah.
So, on to our next question. And, yun nga, na-mention mo kanina, partners. Ang question naman ni Sheena Dave. Sabi niya, how to deal with people that keeps on pressuring you to have a partner. Kasi it causes me to overthink sometimes. Ikaw, madam, I think you have to answer this question.
Feeling ko between the two of us, bilang medyo matagal ka na happily in a relationship / married, this was something I experienced for a bit, like more than 3 years. Pero, yung pressure ko kasi, it's more myself. Parang sila naman, wala naman silang pakialam sa akin. Pero ako pressure ako sa sarili ko na, oh my gosh, no one's gonna love me.
Anong nafe-feel mo doon? I'm curious. Ano yung pumapasok sa utak mo when you overthink? Ano yung mga
oh my gosh, madam.
statements mo, ganun?
Kasi, I mean, I wasn't patiently waiting. I was actively waiting. I was on Bumble. I was always going out. I was traveling. My gosh, sobrang traveling talaga ako. Tapos I met so many people over the course of, like 3.5 years. Tapos I felt like, oh my gosh, ang dami ko na nami-meet. Wala pa rin. Am I so hard to love? Yun talaga, madam, iniisip ko. Parang ako, shucks, am I too independent na to be with another person? Parang, I was so scared. As in, actually, dumating ako sa point na I was convinced I was gonna be the ninang who would come home from
Official
trips
ninang.
abroad. Yeah, I thought I was gonna be the designated ninang of everybody's anak. Kasi, akala ko talaga parang wala akong ibang purpose in life and wala na talaga akong chance. Kasi, I felt like I've seen everything, I've met everyone, and there was nobody for me. So I really, really, overthought. I overthought everything. Pero, I guess, ang pinaka-pressure ko externally would be seeing people get into relationships, like really healthy, stable ones. Na yung mga inakasal na, ini-engage na sa newsfeed ko. Tapos parang ako, oh my gosh, kailan pa ako magka-catch up? Pero I think what I learned was, alam mo yung sinasabi nila, na I was tired of hearing this when I was single. But sabi nila na, stop looking for it. It will come when you least expect it. I kept hearing that and I hated it. Kasi I could not stop looking for love. As in, I could not stop looking.
I need
as
it.
In, parang anytime makakita ko ng pogi, parang ako, ano kayang itsura ng anak namin? As in, madam, anytime makakita ko ng pogi, na-envision ko na yung future namin. Parang ako, ay, hindi to mag-work kasi ano siya. Hindi siya masyado active. Mukha siyang stay-at-home person. Eh, hindi kami as in, ganun ako agad, madam. Pag nakita ko yung person, ma-meet ko for like 5 minutes, gaganon na ng utak ko kung, okay ba? Pwede ba kami compatible? Nope.
Swipe right ba? Or left?
Next. Ganun. Parang ganun. Sobrang, alam mo yun, like, I was not desperate for love, but I was always on the lookout. To the point na I reject opportunities bago pa siya ma-reject in real life. Parang inuunahan ko sarili ko kasi sobrang ino-overthink ko talaga. And then, finally, eto na nga, nung nag-match kami ng jowa ko.
Ay,
sa
Bumble. Thank you, Bumble.
Thank you, Bumble talaga. I love Bumble. So, we matched on Bumble. Tapos, hindi ako talaga, like, I stopped doing that thing na I was overthinking the whole situation. Tapos, wala lang. We matched 2 times na before. And I didn't talk to him.
Nakwento mo yun.
Oo, hindi kami nag-match 2 times. Nag-match kami, pero hindi ko siya minessage. Kasi diba sa Bumble, hindi mo pala to alam, madam, kasi
nakwento mo.
Hindi mo na naabutan. Pero the woman has to message first sa Bumble.
Empowering women.
Oo. Pag hindi ka nag-message, hindi mag-message yung guy. Wala siyang way to communicate you. So parang, it's good, but at the same time, wala akong ginawa for the first 2 times. Wala akong ginawa, madam. So hindi kami nagkausap ever. So nung finally, the 3rd time, ewan ko, parang di ako masyado nag-isip. I was like, okay,
sige, fine.
He seems like he works out, ganyan. So I talked to him, ganyan. He asked me out on a date. Sabi niya, do you want to work out sometime? Ganyan. Sabi ko, sure, let's run. Nagtumakbo kami sa BGC. Tapos, doon niya lang pinaalala sa kanya, actually, Ayn, we've matched before, twice. So parang ako,
di mo lang ako pinansin.
Ang ganda ko pala.
I know.
Ang haba ng hair ko. But anyway, so, parang hindi ko talaga siya pinressure, inisip, until finally things started falling into place na, ayun na, parang napaisip na ako, ano ba tayo? What's next? What's this? Ganyan. Pero, yung getting to know that part, just enjoy it. Kasi, may natutunan ako dun sa recent webinar na hinost ko for Bumble. It was a panel discussion. Sabi nila, like, a success story is not always a relationship. A success story on a dating app could be, just you being able to talk to a stranger, just you being able to exercise your social skills, making a friend, becoming a little more confident every day. So don't feel like it's an end goal, magka-jowa. It's more of, like, where are you in your life right now and who are the people you're meeting? And do they fit into what you want?
Tsaka yun nga, again, never ever lower your standards just because people tell you na, oy, kailangan mo na magka-jowa. Ganon.
Yes.
So, never. never compromise.
Yeah. Tignan mo si Madam Rizza, Masaya naman siya ngayon.
You attract the people na,
Yeah. If you if you know what you want, it's easy to say no to mga what was that sound? Gross. Anyway.
Ayun.
Madam, next question related to that.
Next question,
Ito,
G.
gusto ko to. I'm not gonna mention the username because I don't know if they want
sige.
to be named.
Sige.
So just in case, yung question is, what advice can you give to someone feeling insecure because their jowa stares at other women? Madam, sagutin mo to. As a confident wife.
Ako kasi, ewan ko, sobrang confident ko kasi talaga in terms of the relationship. Very chill talaga ako Na ako kasi para sa akin, ang prinsipyo ko sa buhay is kung ipagpapalit mo ko, it's your loss, not mine.
Goodbye!
Bye! Ganon. Talagang yun yung sinasabi ko kay Josh na alam mo, kung mambababae ka, di mambabae ka, malaki ka na. It's your choice. Parang alam mo na yung repercussions ng gagawin mo sa buhay. If you lose me, that's your choice. So, ayun.
Ginusto mo yan.
Ginusto mo yan, panindigan mo, amen. Ganon. So, ayun talaga. Pero ako naman, hindi kasi, totoo naman na meron talagang mga magiging babae na mas sexy, mas maganda, mas matangkad, mas malaki puwet sa'yo. And, alam mo yun? Puwet talaga, it's normal. And ako rin, honestly, kapag may mga sexy or maganda, parang napapatingin din ako Minsan nga ako pa yung nagsasabi kay Josh, oh my gosh, tingnan mo siya, she's so pretty, she's so sexy. Pero I think, ang key lang din kay Josh is kahit alam na niyang totoo naman na mas sexy yung girl na yon sa akin, ang lagi niyang sinasabi, okay lang, mas sexy ka dyan, love. Ganon. Kahit alam ko namang hindi totoo. Kahit alam ko hindi totoo, it makes me feel, alam mo yun, it boosts my confidence kahit hindi naman talaga totoo. Pero I think, yun din yung I have to give credit kay Josh kasi he really makes me feel very secure about the relationship, about, alam mo yan, about myself, na parang he always boosts my confidence. Kumbaga parang hindi siya yung type, siguro kasi napunta lang din ako sa lalaki na hindi yung tipong ma-like or ma-heart sa mga sa mga sexing babae. Kasi may mga ganun
Hindi naman sa social media si Jo.
Hindi masyado. Tapos yung tipong napunta rin ako sa guy na hindi nagko-comment on other women's social. I mean, it's not wrong, pero I think it helped me then gain confidence na hindi ganong lalaki si Josh. Ganon. So, kaya din siguro ganon na build yung confidence ko about him, about our relationship, about myself, ganyan. Tsaka yun, Kebs to the world talaga ako.
Would you say time helped you
Definitely.
na fortify that confidence?
Definitely. And I was in relationships back then na ganon yung na-feel ko. Pero na naging insecure ako, na nagseselos ako, ganon. But I realized na, hey, I know my goods. I know who I am. I know my strengths and weaknesses. And if they can't deal with that, then goodbye. So long, farewell to you, my friend. Ganon. So,
I love that.
Siguro, it was built over time. Kasi dati selosa ako, dati nai-insecure ako kapag, alam mo yung napapascroll lang sa phone tapos magsa-stop. Ganon. Ganon, insecure talaga ako before. Pero
gets.
parang yun nga, nung mas nakilala ko na yung sarili ko, mas na-feel ko na kaya kong mabuhay kahit wala sila. Dun din talaga na-boost yung confidence ko. And it's not easy. It was a long and hard process kung paano ko siya na-build. So, ayun.
Yeah.
Ano bang advice ko? Yun nga, kung ano talaga siya, ganun talaga siyang tao, tanungin mo siya kung ano bang tatanong ko. Wala kasi wala talaga akong pake.
Ako, madam, feeling
Ikaw,
ko,
ano?
like, ganyan ba siyang kind of person? Kasi eto like I just wanna go back to the question. Sabi niya kasi, stares at other women.
Oo. Anong klaseng stare ba yun?
Anong klaseng stare? So parang, kasi sometimes, I feel like there could be many situations. Like, for example, merong isang situation na you're out, may dumang maganda, pwedeng ikaw yung nakapansin, tas akala mo, tinitignan ng jowa mo. Alam mo yun? Or, na it could be stemming from our personal insecurity, or ganun talaga yung jowa mo na he literally stares.
Paano ba? As in,
So, yun nga kaya you need to assess, like, objectively, talaga bang tumititig yung boyfriend or partner mo, or is it coming from your personal insecurities na iniisip mo, nagsistare siya? Kasi it could magkaiba talaga yung dalawang yun. Magkaiba sila in the sense na yung first one, you need to work on your personal issues na parang, okay, ba't ka nati-trigger? Ano yung, do you have trauma? Na sasaktan ka ba because of something that happened in the past? Or dahil talaga sa current relationship mo? In the case naman na your boyfriend or partner really does stare, na talagang nakaka-bother na yung pag-stare niya, you need to ask yourself, gusto mo ba ng ganyan na partner? And you can also communicate, syempre, your boundaries, what you're comfortable with, what you're uncomfortable with. And if it's something na you can't live with, if it's really pulling you down, hindi siya magko-compromise, hindi ka rin magko-compromise, then decide if gusto mo ba to. Kasi, at the end of the day, we still have a choice. Staying is a choice, leaving is a choice. Learning, pagka ikaw na yung may mali, kung sarili mong insecurities yun, learning how to deal with them is a choice. And, like, I don't think any of us is immune to this. We have our own insecurities.
Yeah.
Like what Rizza said, talagang merong mas maganda, merong mas matalino,
totoo
mas
naman
successful. Ganun talaga. Pero, we need to be secure in the fact na our partnership is outside of those things. Like, we are not the most anything in the world. It's impossible to be the most anything in the world. Mm-hmm. But you can be that one person for your partner. So, if alam mo yon, the way Madam Rizza knows it, then I think it's much easier. So, I think the solution is to find the right person.
Yeah.
Who will make you feel like you're not hard to love. Pero syempre, again, objectively, kung meron kang issue, ayusin mo rin yun. Kasi ako, admittedly, like, sometimes I also feel that way na parang, iniisip ko, okay, do I feel this way because meron talagang mali or meron akong issue? I need to always recognize that kasi it's also unfair naman, di ba? Kung naging post na. It's all about compromise. We learn every day.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm cinnamon.
I know. So, outside of relationships, chika naman. Ang next question natin. From Pia Maristella. Sabi niya, ang question niya is, how do you let go of regrets? Ay!
Wow.
This is mabigat tong question. Pero, honestly, sobrang dami kong regrets. And the way I process that is definitely, sinusulat ko kung ano yung mga regrets ko, yung mga what could have been ko. Tapos, wala talaga Parang, I just really need to accept that for me to be able to let go of it. Na, kailangan kong tanggapin na ay sayang yung opportunity. Dapat pala ginrab ko yun. Dapat pala naglakas loob ako. And moving forward, what I do is I try not to have regrets anymore. So, ako, ang thinking ko lagi is kapag kunwari merong opportunity na hahain sa akin, lagi kong sinasabi na, will this make me happy? Will this challenge me to the best of my abilities? Kasi, lagi kong inaalala kapag natatakot ako na parang I go back to that point na baka mag-regret na naman ako nito in the future. So, every opportunity that strikes, I take it. As long as it's logical, as long as I'm taking calculated risks, as long as I know it will make me happy. Like for example, taking Camp Confidence. Kasi parang saying yes to Camp Confidence kasi talaga way back, as in talaga yung confidence level, self-confidence ko sobrang baba in terms of public speaking. Alam ni Madam yan. And I'm just so grateful na nakita niya yung potential ko as a podcaster. Kasi I've never been into podcasts. When I said yes to Camp Confidence, it was my very first time to record a podcast. Wala akong kaalam-alam. And what if hindi ko to tinake? What if hindi ako nag-reply kay Ayin na, okay Ayin, yes, sure, you can call me. Probably meron siyang ibang partner ngayon na talagang nire-regret ko na parang, ay, shock, sayang, sana nag-yes ako. Ganon. So, in terms of regrets, you just really need to accept it and grab every logical opportunity after. Just so you won't have regrets anymore.
Yeah. Kasi, I mean, realistically, wala ka naman talaga magagawa once that opportunity has passed. Pero, you can always refrain from making the same mistake in the future. So yun lang talaga. That's how I let go of regrets. It's by promising na the next time this is presented to me, hindi ko siya papakawalan. Which is why sumali ako Miss Universe. Which is why Camp Confidence started. Which is why I'm on YouTube. Kasi once upon a time, meron akong audition na gustong-gusto kong salihan. Pero na-intimidate ako, hindi ako sumipot. And that haunted me for many, many years. And I told myself, ayoko na maulit yun. And I hope you find comfort in the fact na you promise to yourself na hindi mo na uulitin. Kasi if you know naman sa sarili mo na you mean that promise, then it feels lighter. The regrets don't feel as heavy kapag alam mo sa sarili mo at pinagkakatiwalaan mo yung sarili mo na when you promise na you're gonna do something, you actually do it. Which brings us to, self-trust and your relationship with yourself na pag sinabi mong gagawin mo, dapat gawin mo kasi that's the only way you can believe talaga sa kakayanan mo. So,
yeah.
I hope that helps, Pia.
Okay, on to your next question, Madam.
Next question. Eto, since you mentioned about, Camp Confidence starting. Eto, from Lamele. How is your confidence now compared to your confidence when you started Camp Confidence?
Oh my gosh. Alam niyo ba, friends, kinikwento to ni Ayin lagi. Meron akong script. Word for word. Sa mga sasabihin ko sa Camp Confidence. As in, parang lagi kong message si Ayin na mga 2 days before Madam, anong topic natin? Kasi,
may script na ba tayo?
Almost the entire day, hindi naman OA, mga 4 hours kong ginagawa yung script ko sa mga sasabihin ko sa Camp Confidence kinabukasan. Kasi hindi ko talaga kaya. So, confidence level in terms of public speaking, very, 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 very low. As in talagang kinakabahan ako noon. First recording natin, Madam. As in talagang...
Talaga ba?
Ganon talaga yung yung puso ko. As in takot ako na, will I measure up to your expectations? Mga ganong level. Mga ganon yung mga iniisip ko na parang, oh my gosh, mafe-feel kaya ng mga tao na ang liit ng boses ko. Kasi I've always been insecure about my small voice.
What?
Tapos, feeling ko parang ang sakit niya sa tenga. Ganon. Ewan ko. This is my negative self-talk na ganun ako before. Pero parang I realized na, oh my gosh, kaya ko naman pala. Ganun.
Sabi nga nila, Madam, ang calming nga daw ng voice mo eh.
Oh, thank you. Ganun. So, ayun nga, ang lesson ko lang talaga is everything can really be learned. Kasi ako dati, sobrang insecure ko, yun nga, about my voice, about public speaking. Now, na I get to practice every week, na I get to have a mentor like Ayin in terms of public speaking. Mentor talaga. Na it gets developed. Just like everything in life, hindi mo talaga, as in, innate ability na talaga yung ganun. So, lahat talaga napapractice.
Guesting na yan ngayon.
May speaking engagements
yan.
pa. Oh.
She a speaker.
Who is she talaga?
Ayun.
Who is she talaga? Tsaka talaga practice. Practice talaga. Kasi your first ever speaking engagement or your video or your first recording ng podcast will really, really suck. And dun mo ma-evaluate yung sarili mo na, okay, so ganito pala ako, ganito yung mannerism ko, so I need to try and improve myself after on the next recording, ganyan.
Tsaka madam, alam mo, I noticed you also got better at like spontaneity and being okay with making mistakes. Because I remember before, every time you would, misspeak or meron kang makalimutan, as in talaga, okay, cut. Tapos inonote ko yun, madam. Sabi ko, okay, 45 minutes, 2 seconds, kakat ko. Kasi di ba ako nag-e-edit?
Ako nag-e-edit.
So, tinitake note ko yun yung pag magka-cut tayo, ganyan.
Okay, take again, ganun.
Pero, ayun nga, because we've been doing this, ang tagal na namin ginagawa, tapos, like every week we keep doing it. Parang now, si Madam Rizza, even if she slips up, as in, wala, kebs to the world. Parang na-apply mo na yung kebs to the world attitude mo with everything else sa public speaking as well. Kasi, I don't think mistakes make you necessarily wrong or less skillful. It makes you human. And actually, mas nakakatuwa nga to be able to, alam mo yun, practice releasing your thoughts na talagang, bahala na kung ano lumabas.
Kebs na.
It really helps.
So, thank you, madam. Grabe.
I'm proud of you. Look at us. Natapos namin 2021.
We survived.
Oh my God. Ako, madam, I feel like opposite naman ako. Hindi naman sa ako yung confidence ko now compared to my confidence when we started Camp Confidence. Feeling ko na humble ako.
Talaga?
Na-humble ako.
I wanna hear about this.
Na-humble ako kasi when I started Camp Confidence, obviously, I was confident. Pero I was also naive because part of me was still very, very idealistic. Kasi nga, sabi ko nga, diba, I'm a big dreamer. And when I dream, I don't hold back. As in, first of all, when I started, I pitched this to a program with Google Podcasts, I think. Basta meron silang parang siyang fellowship program na they grant you like 250,000. Basta, malaking halaga in dollars.
For production. Production budget.
Oo. Yeah, hindi ko maalala how much exactly. Pero malaki talaga siyang halaga. As in like, 1 million pesos levels. Ganun. Tapos, this includes like, flying you to Boston, mga ganun. As in, and I thought, I could create a show na I can pitch and then it'll be accepted and then the rest of my life will be taken care of by the podcast. So, alam mo ba yun? Nakwento ko ba yun? Yun yung una kong idea, madam. When I was in Spain, my backup plan going home to the Philippines was the podcast. Because in my mind, I was creating something that would be accepted into this program with a lot of funding. And then I can hire my own staff. I can fly to Boston. I can do the program. I can buy all the equipment I needed. Akala ko talaga like everything was going my way. And then I moved back to the Philippines and I was rejected. Pero, you know me, pagka hindi natutuloy ang goal, you don't give up on your goal. You just become more flexible dun sa process. So, since hindi ako pwedeng matuloy dun sa route na yon, I can't do the funding route. I had to do everything myself. So, that's why I ordered 2 condenser mics na mura sa Lazada. After nun, nag-invite ako ng friends ko at take note, madam, nagre-record kami sa closet ko.
Saya!
Sa bahay. Madam, pinapapunta ko sila sa Quezon City para mag-record sa closet ko.
Oh my gosh.
So, yun yung first season ng Camp Confidence. Oh my gosh. Pag naalala ko ngayon, my gosh.
The energy.
Grabe talaga. Pero, na-humble ako because I realized na, being a work in progress and being confident is not always attached to a success story. A lot of it really has to do with a lot of it has to do with failure and rejection. And during the pandemic, my gosh, nawalan ako ng hosting gig, nawalan ako ng mga brand deals, nawalan ako ng business operations. Tapos, nawalan ako ng i-interviewin. Kasi, hindi na sila pwede pumunta sa house ko. So, I was like, what am I gonna do? And then, obviously, ayan na, nag-meet kami ni Madam Rizza.
Yes.
We started doing this virtually. So, alam mo yon. Pero, hindi na nawala sa akin yung, girl, relax. You know, I mean, dream big, but at the same time, realize that life will not always go your way. Yep. And I found a different kind of confidence in that. Hindi ibig sabihin, confident ako, ibig sabihin, lahat na masusunod na gusto ko, I'm gonna be successful, it's gonna be a big, successful story. It's not that. It's the confidence that comes from, it's gonna suck, things are gonna go bad, merong magkakamali, merong mga bagay na hindi masusunod, pero kaya mo naman yan kasi kinaya mo na yan before. So yun yung naging confidence ko now versus my confidence before na I thought everything was going to be okay. Obviously, hindi yun totoo. Pero ayun, I think that comes with growing up and learning. Ang dami ko rin natutunan, Madam, in the past year from our conversations and our own experiences. So yun. Thank you for that question.
Thank you, Camp Confidence. Thank you, Camp Confidence talaga. Mga madams, we love you.
Hey. Should we do one last question, Madam?
Pwede. Anong gusto mo? Yung sa akin or yung sa'yo?
Ano ba yun?
I only have eto na lang left.
Okay. I think we can do both. Mabilis lang naman yung questions
sige,
pala.
G. Okay. Sige. Another question on my end. It's from @Mika_Tan. Ang question is, how to find the right team members for your business and how should you treat them? I'll just answer this very quickly. On my end, how we do it is we really have, we encourage referrals talaga. Kasi, I encourage referrals. Actually, okay nga rin sa akin kahit magjowa, mag-asawa, Hindi siya factor for me. Kasi I feel like if people have the synergy to work with each other, sobrang mas dadali talaga yung buhay ko. And then, so yeah, that's number 1, referrals. Number 2 na gusto kong i-remind din kayo is, I hire for will, not for skill. Ang ibig sabihin nun, if they really have the heart for work or heart for the business, I'd rather choose that applicant against someone na arrogant and mas may experience. Aanhin ko yung experience mo kung hindi naman tayo magkakasundo. Hindi kayo magkakasundo ng team members mo. Which also leads me to the next point na you have to make sure that you hire people na aligned with your core values. Kasi iba talaga Iba yung magiging working environment kung pare-pareho kayo ng values against sa working environment na yung kunwari ang leadership style is harsh. Ganon. Ayoko ng ganong working environment. I don't thrive in that kind of environment. So, I make sure that all my leaders and managers are aligned sa core values na okay, dapat positive reinforcement tayo, we encourage each other, walang magmumura, walang mangyuyurak ng ibang tao or talk down on other people. I know. Tas lagi kong sinasabi sa kanila na lahat tayo dito pantay-pantay. Pantay ako sa inyo. Kung paano nyo ako i-treat, ganun nyo din iti-treat yung iba. Kahit anong level pa yan. So, ayun. Speaking of treatment, I make sure that I treat all my staff as my partners. Kasi totoo naman talaga na in business, you really have to respect each and every one of your staff. Kahit sino pa yan, kahit anong level pa yan. Honestly, hindi lang sa staff sa suppliers nyo din, sa clients nyo. Kasi if you really treat your staff or your partners very well, it will exude Parang it will show sa customer care mo, it will exude sa service mo. So, ayun, as long as you really treat your people right, makikita talaga yun sa kung paano mag-handle yung mga tao ng clients mo. So,
and it's true, guys. I can vouch for it. They have the best customer service. Parang ilang brands na yung natatry ko. Kasi Lana customer ako, Mink customer ako, Talaala customer ako. By the way, dun ko binili yung gifts ko sa Talaala. Binigay, yung gifts ko, madam, sa partners ko sa new business. Dun ko binili.
Love it.
May bagong launch.
New business.
May new business. Secret.
I'm so excited. Sobrang excited na akong ikwento mo to sa lahat.
Next year, January. Okay. But anyway, yun nga, what I was saying, super agree. Like, customer service ng businesses ni Madam Rizza is top-notch. And you can see it even with, like, behind-the-scenes stuff. Pagka sa mga vlogs, even, like, when I visit the offices, na talagang, people feel like they belong and they take as much ownership of the business. The same way na parang owned siya ni Madam Rizza, pero they take pride in the businesses na parang sa kanila rin yun. Because that's how it feels like, I think.
Oh,
so
thank you so much. We try our best.
Madam.
So much.
It's amazing. It's admirable. Paano may pronounce it? Admirable.
Admirable.
I definitely agree with you. I have the same answers. I guess to add to that lang, it's also important na the people na you hire, the people that you work with, na you choose for your business, they are an investment. They're not just, like another thing na nasa expenses mo or operational expenses. Hindi lang sila expenses. They're investments. Which means na whatever, kasi sometimes parang napapansin ko, tipid over, over
delegation.
investing on skills. Yung mga ganon. Pero at the same time kasi, iba yung feeling na you empower them to not just look at your business as a source of income, but something that makes them want to work actually. Yun nga, yung parang this makes them feel alive. Like they don't feel like this is just something they do to get bills paid, but it's also something that they genuinely enjoy, and that's what I hope to do. That's why even if it's like I have a very, very, very small team compared to Madam Rizza, pero I want to start even with a small team kasi feeling ko those habits will build up over time. Kasi feeling ko if I eventually get to that point tapos na-solidify ko na yung habits na wala akong pake or like hindi ko na pag-aralan or nag-get to know yung mga hires or yung mga ganun. Parang feeling ko it's harder to overhaul that if from the beginning hindi ko na-establish yung values. So yun, I'm trying to be mindful and learning from other people's experiences.
Kasi ako nun
sa'yo na lang, madam.
Before talaga, parang I learned the hard way. I felt like ang manage ng staff is talagang dinidikta ko before. I used to be that kind of leader nung mas maliit pa yung team ko. Pero I realized na iba talaga yung power of empowering your people. Kasi they will feel like, yun nga, tama ka, na belong sila, na they feel like may say sila sa kumpanya. Kasi totoo naman they are helping you build your company. They are helping you build your business. So you also have to respect their opinions. Kasi, yun nga, honestly, kapag mas ine-empower ko sila, mas magaling pa yung mga naiisip nila kaysa sa akin So, ayun.
Totoo.
Tip.
Like, if they have the freedom to execute, mas maganda pa yung output than if you were to do it on your own. Yeah. Especially if you get the right people. Okay, last question is from Kelzone. How to deal with being delayed in college and watch all of your friends leave before you. Na-experience ko to.
Ako, hindi ko siya na-experience. I graduated early, but I think ang pinaka parang ganitong experience ko was internship. Kasi before, kasi I went to a college na lahat ng tao mayaman. Lahat ng mga kaklase ko mayaman. Kami lang yung parang middle class, medyo, alam mo yun, hirap sa buhay, ganyan. So, yung internship kasi namin, it's in Isle of Man. So, Isle of Man is an island in the UK na you have to shell out a lot of money, as in millions of money, just for you to be able to go there. So, yung curriculum nun is that dun ka lang pwede mag-internship.
Talaga?
Ako, wala naman kaming pera na ganun kalaki. So, parang ang alam ko, nagbigay pa ng options na dito na lang, local internships na lang, yung mga hindi masyadong nakaka-afford, ganyan. So, parang ako nun, na-feel ko na, oh my gosh, napag-iiwanan na ako. Feeling ko, sabi ko, ang unfair ba na matalino lang ako pero hindi mayaman? Ganun. Na parang, bakit ganun? Magaling naman ako, matalino naman ako. Pera lang naman yung nag-uudlot sa akin pumunta ng UK at makapag-internship at makapagtapos ng pag-aaral. So, sobrang na-down ako, na talagang grabe yung gigil ko, na parang ano ba yung pwede kong gawing paraan para makapagtapos ako ng pag-aaral. So, yun, buti na lang, na-feel ng school namin na, merong mga hindi masyadong makaka-afford. So, sige, mag-open tayo ng internships dito sa Pilipinas. So, yun.
Nakakaloka na international lang yung option,
First batch lang. Yung batch lang namin talaga. Kasi, scholar kasi ako. Academic scholar ako. 3-4 kaming academic scholars nun. So, pareho kami, coming for yung medyo middle class, ganon, hindi masyadong afford ng milyon para pumunta ng Isle of Man. So, ayun, first batch namin yung na-approve na, sige, okay na, pwede na kayo mag-internship dito locally. Pero, ayun nga, how did I deal with it? Honestly, bitter ako noon na parang pera lang naman yung lamang nila sa akin ganun. Pero I feel like ganun talaga sa buhay. Marami talagang mga opportunities na hindi mo magagawa dahil ang hadlang. What's with my Tagalog today? It's so lalim.
I love it. Matatas ka mag-Tagalog.
Yes. Ang only hadlang is ang pera. So, we also have to accept that in life, marami talagang ganon. Pero, we just have to have options. Work our way around it. Use our resources that we currently have. Kasi, katulad nun, parang sumulat pa kami nun na I hope you guys can, parang have programs na dito tayo sa Philippines kasi hindi naman lahat makaka-afford. So, you also have to be outspoken na, okay, hindi namin kaya. Anong paraan ang gagawin natin ngayon? So, hindi kasi, ang buhay kasi hindi lang siya, ang solusyon ay isang paraan lamang.
Yeah.
Maraming options yan for sure. So, you just have to have the skill and have the courage to find other options and work your way around it.
I agree, madam. Like, I definitely agree na there are a lot of ways to work around it. And that's why you should make this experience fuel for you. Kasi, I know, like, if you feel like napapag-iwanan ka or you feel like na out of place ka or you're behind, it's really an awful feeling to have. But at the same time, while you acknowledge that feeling, use that feeling to also fuel you para makarating ka dun sa gusto mo mapuntahan. For me, for example, I was also delayed, but unlike Madam Rizza, it was my own fault. Kasalanan ko kasi hindi ako nag-aral ng maayos nung first year ko. So, na-delay ako because it was my fault. And I accepted that. Pero at the same time, syempre hindi ko pa rin maalis yung feeling na, oh no, my friends are there na. They're done. And I'm still in school. Pero for me, binuhos ko yung ganong feeling into finding kung ano yung opportunities ko dito sa situation na to. And what I learned was that school is really a good playground to learn. And school is kind of like a safety net kasi pwede kang mag-internships, pwede kang mag-explore ng organizations, pwede kang mag-explore ng different opportunities without having to commit to one job. Na yun yung worry ko kasi na I might graduate tas wala akong trabaho. And as an English major, hindi ko alam kung ano magiging trabaho ko. So that's why when I was delayed in college and I had an extra semester and 1 summer in school, sabi ko, okay, I'll make the most out of it. I'll try to learn as much as I can. So I became the chairperson nung, what do you call this? Parang social outreach committee, the student council, and then I also became a part-time worker. I was an employee of Red Bull. Nag-part-time job ako sa Red Bull. Tapos at the same time, I did like 3 magazine internships scattered across different semesters. Kasi nga, delayed ako and messed up na yung schedule ko. And alam ko, may iwan ako ng mga kaibigan ko. So I thought, what can I do to make the situation work for me? I need to explore. I need to work. I need to understand kung bakit ba ako andito. And for me, that came in the form of career opportunities. And by the time that I graduated, I already had a job waiting for me. I had several freelance clients. And I'm really grateful that I had that time na I was delayed and I had to learn the hard way what it means and what it will do to you kapag ka hindi ka nagtrabaho. Which, medyo mahirap siya kasi sayang naman, pwede sana ako mag-cum laude, pwede sana ako gumraduate on time with honors, ganyan. Pero hindi siya nangyari kasi I made my own mistakes and I had to accept that. I had to hold myself accountable. You can't if kasalanan mo, kailangan mo talaga tanggapin
accept mo na talaga yun.
Accept mo talaga.
Accept na nila tayo.
Oo. And once you do that, it's easier to decide kung, okay, what then? Ano na ngayon? Ano nang kasalanan? Ano nang pwede kong gawin to make up for that? Or, so I can avoid getting back into this position. Kasi honestly, after nun, ayoko na talaga maulit na maipit ako. Ayoko na yung feeling na I'm backed into a corner, baka ma-debar ako. Ayoko na talaga yun. So that's why I worked really hard after that. And it continued on. What I learned during that 2 years na I was interning and working part-time, I still carry those things to this day. And that's how I became a dakilang raketera and I'm really grateful. So be grateful for the opportunity, feel the feels. Your parents are still gonna be there. It's just college that's gonna be a little lonely for a little bit, pero there is a way out of that situation.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Hope that helps, Calzone.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for all the questions you sent over. We'll see next week. Let us know kung gusto nyo ba mag-Q&A kami ulit or we'll invite a new person over.
Yeah.
Kasi we've been trying to experiment and see kung anong best. Pero as you know, hindi flexible yung schedule namin. So, hopefully may mga mapulot kami na Wednesdays at 10 a.m.
Yes. Ay, nako. Thank you again so much, mga madams. We love you so much. Have a great week ahead. Have a great day ahead.
Bye, guys!